Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much, as always, for allowing me to be part of your day. Guys, you keep growing, growing, and growing. Still, it seems only like half of you are subscribed. Guys, if you would subscribe and give me a chance, that'd be great. If you don't like me, you can unsubscribe. As always, we are still not a cult, and we will still not keep you and make you stay. But we're glad if you do. We got a great community here. I'm one person in a community of almost 5,500 now. I am just so grateful, guys. I know that a lot of you have been here from jump, and thank you for not jumping off. Thank you for sticking with me and a lot of times giving me guidance. I appreciate the emails. I appreciate the communications in the comments. I'm in the comments. I'm probably getting lost in them now as well, as there's a lot of comments, but I'm there. I care what you have to say. So thank you. I'm up to date on my emails, though there's a lot more emails than there have ever been. I don't know that I'll always stay up to date on them. So always please just give me grace with that. So guys, again, Gypsy Rose, but this is a different one. Not a different Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Please, we can only handle one. But this is not about the drama per se. This is more about facts. And guys, you have sent me stuff like I said. Somebody sent me the Becca scoops. I followed her already, just so you guys know. Check her out. It's an informative video. There's a lot of information. And you guys, check her out. Let's see. Because as I was watching this, I said, now wait a minute. I want to play something. And then you tell me what you think. Okay?
You pulled all the strings on it, and you're behind it. So now, listen, Gypsy, I'm not going to sit and argue with you about it, okay?
All I wanted was come and get me.
Do you see where she says, all I wanted was for him to come and get me? And the cop was like, no, that's not true. You masterminded the whole thing. At that moment, when she says, all I wanted was to come and get me in her high-pitched and squeamish and whatever voice, manipulative voice that she uses to say that, at that moment, she's ready to just throw Nick under the bus. If the cops didn't have the emails or the text messages or however they communicated, there was already black and white evidence that Gypsy had manipulated the situation. It was already, they had already had seen that. Right away, she was ready to just blame it all on Nick. And then her story changes. And I think what happens during this whole interrogation as it goes on is she goes down one road, it's a dead end. She's got to go down another road. And then finally that Munchausen by proxy. But let's just go on this. It's a short, very short clip. But there's so much. Of course, hindsight is 20/20. But there's so much. Watch.
No, that's not all you wanted. There's a lot more to this whole story that you're leaving out. I'm not going to play the sympathetic game. I'm not like that, okay? I can see right through it, okay?
Please, I'm not able to be in jail. I have a lot of medical needs.
I understand that, and they'll get taken care of, okay? So, sit tight.
Now, guys, I have seen this interrogation interview a few times. Actually, I did a video on the difference between how Nick was handled during his interrogation and how Gypsy was handled during hers. Because Gypsy had a sofa, like I had mentioned, and a blanket and wasn't handcuffed. Nick was handcuffed and he had a chair and a blanket that he had to manipulate to keep himself warm. He was exhausted because he had stayed awake the whole time waiting for the investigator, the female investigator or detective to come and talk to him. I guess she was coming from Missouri to Wisconsin, or they just made him wait that long. It doesn't matter. I believe that that's what happened, but you could see that in Nick's interrogation, he had a chair. He was totally uncomfortable, and Gypsy was definitely treated a different way. However, Did you see? The first time in her life, I think she heard, for the first time in her life, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into it, the cop says. I can see right through it. When she says, I'm not capable of that, and I would never harm my mom, and I would never murder my mom, and he just stops her and says, stop. I know you masterminded it, so just stop. He, for the first time, I think in her life probably, calls her bluff, okay, outside of her mom, because I'm sure that her mom called her shit many times. But for the first time, outside of that house, somebody saw through her, obviously. He knew right away, she can walk. Like, what the fuck? Because she had been there for a while. So they had already started investigating. They had already found some things out. He was like, I see right through that. So she was not used to that. And that's when, she started like breaking down. But then she says, I can't go to jail because I'm sick. I have all these medical needs. She doesn't have one. She doesn't have one fucking medical need. She leaves her house without any medication. Right, subscriber? Remember the subscriber I told you that was like, wouldn't she have needed her medicine? Yes. Without her wheelchair, she doesn't need this stuff. And here she's claiming again, medical disability. I can't go into a jail because I'm not able to. I am not able to go to jail. So relying again on the grift that she knew nothing about, for those people that still can't see the truth with her. Look at what she grasped for. And then that makes me think that maybe that was always going to be something that she thought, regardless of anything, she was not going to go to jail because people were going to think that she was deathly ill. Maybe she always had that in the back of her head. Oh, I'll never be found. Even if I'm found guilty, they're not going to put me in jail because I have all these medical delusions. You know what I'm saying? And then, wait for it. We're going to see how smart or unsmart, or we're going to see how smart Gypsy really is. So hang on one second. Let's finish the clip.
See.
Now looky there. Can I get a lawyer, sir, please? Guys, so the whole interrogation as we watched it, first it was she pled ignorance. She knew nothing. She didn't understand why she was there. Then it was, all Nick was supposed to do was come and pick me up. All I wanted was to go. So there's a subtle implication that all she wanted was to go. I don't know what happened after that. And then she had said during the interrogation, which isn't on this clip, but the whole interrogation, everything changes. And she just starts grasping at things. And right away, she's ready to say this was all Nick, and she didn't know what happened. She didn't have a clue. She was just there for a ride. And then it turns to, well, I can't go into a facility because I'm really sick. And then she gets up and almost stumbles on the blanket that she was given after, sitting on a comfy couch, almost trips and falls, but she has enough leg strength in the muscular dystrophy legs that she regains her strength just by 1 foot for a second there and claims, I want a lawyer now. So why is anybody believing her when, I mean, she goes right back to the grift. Right back to the grift that she knew nothing about. I'm too sick. Yeah. Cop says no for the first time. No. Guys, tell me what you think. I know it's a short little clip, but there's a lot in it. Wouldn't you agree? We're going to break it down and continue to break it down because I really think that the fact that this woman is out here acting like a celebrity after all of this, and that people are paying her for this and rolling out the red carpet for her and treating her like she was a victim when Dee Dee was the victim. All right, guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Please like, subscribe, and share. Always be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Never, ever, ever be a Blanchard. Always be yourself. Always be kind. Thanks, guys.